Yes, that's correct, Michelle. In fact, I also have the mayor who just explained to us that over 58% of those of people in Pretoria were without, of City of Tshwane were without power, which has become a huge problem really for those customers that were expecting to get that service. But of course, she's going to give us an update before we move to the minister in terms of what has been done, Mayor.
So thank you so much. So yes, 58% for 6 hours. Our residents, not only the side that are fed by Kwacha, but in Soshanguve, as I said, the CBD, we also had an outage yesterday, and the Pyramid, the Royal areas that are supplied by Pyramid, also we had residents that were in the dark. So currently here, because obviously yesterday when this happened around 8 in the evening, it became a crisis because the majority of our residents are without power. So what they did, the team obviously was on site to put out the fires first, and the moment they pulled out the fires, both the ESCOM team and the City of Tshwane team, then they started to work towards re-energizing the substation, and they did that work within 6 hours. That by 1:30 in the morning, all the areas they had been restored alongside the Pyramid substation, and this morning alongside the Soshanguve and Princess Park and others. So currently where we are in the City of Tshwane, there are no residents that are without power due to an outage. So it's been a good progress and a lot that happened, and obviously we relied a lot on the dedication of our officials who've done amazingly well alongside the councillors that were able to communicate to the residents. So starting tomorrow, the teams, both ESCOM and City of Tshwane, will start restoring or repairing the damage that was caused by the fire. So we will see and communicate with the residents how long that is going to take.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And I want to bring you in this conversation, Minister. We're just talking about the importance, of course, of ensuring that this infrastructure, which you have estimated just how old it is, that it's still functional. Tell us from the national side, how are you going to be assisting the City of Tshwane?
Well, firstly, to congratulate the Mayor and the technical team for the quick turnaround and the manner in which they've been able to communicate with the affected residents. So the problem here is just emblematic of the challenges in local government. I mean, the fact that this asset is over 51 years of age, there has not been any significant investments in the replenishment, and also the maintenance is lagging. So it's no surprise that you're finding the kind of failures that you are seeing is consistent with the infrastructure of that age that has not been maintained over a period of time. And of course, we know the pressures of local authorities. They are finding very difficult to collect. They are owed collectively over 340 billion rands, and then collectively, in turn, they owe ESCOM about 82 billion rands, and Tshwane is about 6 billion rand of that 82 billion rand. But the point is not to lament the problem. So we really understand the complexity of the problem and its dimensions. So we have been reaching out to the municipality. I've reached out now again to the executive mayor, even immediately after her appointment, to say we want to work with you just to find an enduring solution. So we are confident that working with Tshwane, we should be able to find those answers. We've also identified, if you like, about a number of municipalities across the province that are the ones that have got a disproportionate share of that 82 billion rand that is owed to ESCOM. And we want to work with those municipalities. And some of them, we are going to use them as pilot sites on how you use green technology to provide cleaner and affordable electricity supply. Tshwane and Buffalo are the only two metros for those pilot sites that we have identified before we had this incident. So I'm happy that we'll be using Tshwane as a pilot case.
And Minister, yes, of course, we heard the Mayor talk about this, but I have to ask from your end, we've had, obviously, there's been murmurs about potential sabotage. Is that even possible?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I leave that to the municipality to investigate, but I was taken to where the failure was. It's an insulation failure, 51 years of age. Is consistent with, if you like, the wear and tear. So I'm from where I am. I mean, anecdotally, if you like, visual inspection, I can't suggest that, but we can't rule anything out. The mayor, they'll do their own investigations and come back, but all indications is that it's a technical failure as a result of aging and the fact that the technology almost obsolete. So yes, they'll do their own investigation. But I think the bigger point is to find a mechanism of ensuring that municipalities are able to reinvest back into these assets. For as long as you have not resolved the structural problem of the performance of the South African economy, it manifests itself at the municipal level. She can do all that she likes as much as she can, but if people don't have money, they are unlikely going to be able to pay. So as we resolve that problem, at least those who can afford to pay, find a way that we can address that situation, ensure that we provide relief to low-income households, and then I'm sure the economy will pick up. So we'll work with them. I think it's important we respect the fact that the intergovernmental relations, we can do more working together, we can go further working together. I'm confident. I mean, her predisposition is that let's work, let's find solution. How can we help you? This is our proposal. We will sit with her and yet to be announced team on how we can move forward. I'm confident that with Dr. Moya, the helm, we should be able to make the kind of progress that is desirable.
Thank you very much. That's Minister of Electricity alongside the Mayor of the city of Tshwane. Michelle, I think what is positive out of this message is that they're saying they are going to work together to ensure that the problems that are currently in the city with regards to power at the end are able to be eliminated.